First responders and other frontline workers have filled a room for a two-day workshop. The executive director of the local Canadian Mental Health Association is teaching them how to deal with people in crisis.
We all have mental health concerns simply because we all have minds where we think. And as a result, we are continually dealing with life on a day-to-day basis.
Stress can affect anyone and lead to serious mental illness. According to the Prince Albert Parkland Health Region, requests from triage and doctors for psychiatric assessments has increased by more than 10% since 2014. But people are still hesitant to get help.
There's a large stigma on reaching out for help simply because people are willing to accept physical conditions as part of life, but mental health conditions strikes to the core of who you are.
Kinar says conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety often go undiagnosed and untreated in the general population.
With that, anybody who goes through a traumatic incident of any kind encounters acute stress reaction, because that's part of the stress reaction that we all go through in any situation. The difference is when it becomes PTSD, it's ongoing and it's extreme.
Our society lives in a constant state of anxiety. In this day and age, we are bombarded with so much information.
Kyle Anderson struggled with anxiety throughout his life.
I grew up with anxiety. I grew up in a home with alcoholism.
His mental health got worse after being involved in an accident.
Like you'll get something stuck in your head, and it'll go round and around and around and around like a squirrel chasing nuts around the tree. And often those thoughts can get negative, and then you're stuck in a negative cycle of those thoughts.
Today, Anderson uses photography to get his mind off his problems.
And for me, that is a major part of recovery, is staying connected with others, staying active, and doing stuff I love.
He started a local chapter of Broken Light, a worldwide photography group for people with mental illness. He's been interviewed by the BBC about the collective and even produced a short film describing how it feels to live with a mental illness.
All nice and safe and trapped behind the glass. But you want to get out. You're kept there, though, by stigma.
We go out and we take pictures, our group, and we sit and we edit them and critique them. And we're working on building on that program, and things are progressing fantastically, actually.
Anderson says more needs to be done in society to break down barriers. Employers and agencies need more education about conditions and to stop making people who identify with mental illness outcasts.
Stigma is subtle. Stigma exists everywhere. A lot of people find that self-expression is a very good way of breaking down those walls. If you're creating art in any way, shape, or form, it doesn't matter who you are.
Kinar says talking is the first step to recovery. He encourages people to use support groups and counselors.
Encountering any kind of mental health crisis or issues, they need to talk to somebody. And the first and foremost is always a good idea to talk to your doctor, or maybe get a referral to a counselor. But talking to family, friends, talking with your pets, as long as you're talking and getting what's inside outside.
The retirement of one psychiatrist and the reduced hours of another has left the local health region with increased wait times. Patients with moderate symptoms currently wait more than a month for a consultation. For Go, I'm Lisa Rism.